Back in 2019, I had the incredible privilege of attending an exclusive VIP meeting with Bob Proctor himself. It was reserved for a very small selected group of his top 50 consultants from around the world, out of thousands. And what I learned that day literally changed my life forever. In that private session with Bob, he shared the 3 things that you absolutely must have in order for you to achieve a quantum leap in your reality. And today, you guys are in for a treat because I'm going to be sharing with you the exact 3 principles with you guys. Plus, I'm going to walk you through how I apply them in my life to create a quantum leap, and then how you can use the exact same principles to transform your life. So stick around because what I'm about to share could literally change everything for you. Now, before we dive into it, I'd like to quickly share my own quantum leap story with you. And in case you're not familiar with the term quantum leap, it comes from quantum physics, where a quantum leap is a phenomenon that happens instantly at a subatomic level. It's a sudden transformation change. And in the personal development space, the quantum leap is a metaphor that describes a similar shift. It's a dramatic, non-linear transformation in your life where you move quickly from one state to another. It's a more advanced and successful state without the long gradual process. So instead of incremental growth, like typical 3%, 5% salary increase year over year, a quantum leap is about exponential growth. You're not just adding to your results, you're actually multiplying them like 10x. For example, I shared in the last video of how I turn my annual income of $100,000 in a year into $100,000 in a month. You see, that was not a small increase. In fact, that was a 1,100% leap. That's what we call a quantum leap. And it didn't just stop there with my finances. My whole entire life has completely transformed. In just a short period of 4 years, after learning and applying these principles, here's what I've been able to manifest. I went from being shy and reserved, who was so scared of speaking up, to becoming an international speaker, speaking on stage around US, Canada, in Paris, and now in Dubai. I also became a 2 times Amazon best-selling author, which is something that I never imagined myself doing. And now I'm actually working on my 3rd solo book. I manifested my first speaking engagement that was on Amazon Prime TV show called Speak Up. You can actually still catch my session on Amazon TV show. I was also able to manifest flying on private jets for free. I went from being a burnout realtor to now living my purpose, teaching mindset and manifestation to my clients all around the world. I also became an executive producer for a Hollywood film with the great Al Pacino. And now I'm living my dream life in Dubai. You see, all these things were able to happen, were possible, is because I applied those 3 principles. And all of this happened actually during the pandemic when I didn't get a chance to see my old colleagues, who were my friends. And when we met up afterwards, they look at me and they're like, what happened to you in the past few years? And this is exactly what Bob Proctor said. Once you apply the 3 principles into your life, you will need a telescope to look back and see how far you've come and how far you've changed. Now, I want to address one of the biggest misconceptions about quantum leaps, which Bob cleared it out for us during the exclusive training, which is this. Quantum leap is not about working harder. It's not about trying harder with force. Most people think more effort is the answer. But Bob actually said that it's not about working harder. It's about thinking differently. A quantum leap is about working on your thinking, working on your mindset. You need to start to think big and stop thinking small. This is where Bob introduced the idea of a C-type goal, which is a goal that's a fantasy goal, that is something that you really want, but you have absolutely no idea how to achieve. It is so big, but nothing can stop you once you commit it. And actually, I did a video talking all about the C-type goal. You can catch it here. Now, let's get into the 3 key components that you must have if you want to achieve a quantum leap. Number 1, having a mentor. A mentor is someone who already has the results that you want, and they've been through the journey that you're about to embark on. And third, they know the shortcuts and they can show you the way. You see, Bob was my mentor. He was someone I admire, not only for his knowledge and wisdom, but also for his incredible results. He helped thousands of people doing what he loved. Even Bob had mentors too. Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conan, 2 of the godfathers in the personal development space. And he used to always talk about them, and he would credit his success to his mentors. You see, we all have blind spots, and a mentor is someone who can point out your blind spots, the things that you can't see for yourself, and then they can also point out what's holding you back and help you to shift out those limiting beliefs that you have. When you follow a mentor's advice, you avoid making the same mistakes that they did, and you cut down on the time that it takes you to reach your goals. And I see so many people trying to do it alone, thinking that they can figure it out by themselves. But what they don't realize is that without a mentor, what they're missing is the wisdom, which is basically accelerated knowledge. It's wisdom that helps you to achieve those quantum leaps faster than you could do it on your own. The second thing you must have is have a coach. Coaching is about accountability. It's about having someone in your corner who pushes you when you don't feel like pushing yourself. Now, this is the key. Everyone knows the importance of having a mentor, but coaching is where most people fell short. You see, even with a mentor, you still have to do the work. But you know what happens? The human mind can be tricky. The mind drifts. We get distracted, we lose motivation, we procrastinate. Can you relate? Sometimes we even sabotage our own success without even realizing it. That's why you need a coach. You need someone who can hold you accountable, who can push you when you're feeling stuck, who can guide you and keep you back on track when you start to drift. Someone who can provide guidance for you. A coach doesn't let you give up when things get tough. I personally hired a mindset coach when I first made the transition from going from real estate into coaching with Bob. And even after becoming a successful consultant and speaker, I still have a coach to this day, even 5 years later. Why, you might ask? Because I know the importance of having someone to keep me on the path and point out my blind spots to make sure that I get to my goals. Without accountability, we often don't push ourselves so hard. A coach is someone who can hold you to your highest potential. They see things and possibilities in you that you don't even see in yourself. Let's talk about the last key component to your quantum leap, which is your environment. The people and surrounding that you immerse yourself with play a huge role in your success. And I'm not just talking about your physical environment, I'm also talking about your mental environment up here. Let's start off with your physical environment first. You have to get around with people who have the results you want. And if you're the smartest or the most successful person in a room, you're in the wrong room. Get out. You see, your environment should inspire you to grow. It should challenge you to think bigger. It should motivate you to push beyond your limits of what's possible. I have always made a point to surround myself with successful people, whether that's through a mastermind group, other coaching groups, or even networking groups with other like-minded individuals who are playing at a higher level. When you're in an environment like that, you absorb their energy, you absorb their mindset and their habits too. And it starts to influence your own thinking and behavior. And that is priceless if you want to achieve a quantum leap. Now, let's talk about your mental environment. This is where your paradigms, which is your belief system, comes into play. You need to consistently and conscientiously challenge your current beliefs in order to break free from limiting thinking patterns. And again, I see this all the time. People surround themselves with gossip, negativity, negative news, naysayers. That's not an environment that's going to support you with your growth and your goals. Instead, get around people who are focused on growth, abundance mindset, and achievement. These are the kind of conversation that we have in our coaching group with our clients. We talk about goals and dreams, and we create a life of purpose, not gossip or negativity. Now that you know the 3 keys to making a quantum leap, what is next? Well, the next step is crucial to actually experience a quantum leap in your life. You see, it's great to absorb the knowledge and insights, but what will really propel you forward is making a decision. First, you gotta decide today that you deserve to have a quantum leap in your life. So do that today. Second, you wanna get clear on your burning desire. What does a quantum leap look like for you in all areas of your life? What experiences would you like to have? For example, do you want to turn your annual income into your monthly income? Do you want to move somewhere else? Do you want to have location freedom? What experiences would you like to have? Next, take action. What is one action that you can take today? A new approach. Will you start looking into perhaps hiring a mentor to guide you, or find yourself a coach who can hold you accountable, and then change your environment? And this is often the hardest part because it means you gotta make tough choices. You might have to cut some people out of your life who gossip or who don't support your growth. And this is where I would like to support you. This is exactly why I created a community of like-minded individuals who think big, who focus on manifestations and talking about goals and dreams, not just the latest gossip or the news. We actually support each other's growth by holding each other accountable to take those quantum leaps. And I invite you to join our groups. Details are in the description below. And if you're curious to know more about how I created my own financial quantum leap, be sure to check out the video I did on how Bob Proctor brainwashed me to be rich. This is where I share how I turn my annual income of 100K into 100K a month. Thanks for watching. And remember, your quantum leap is just one decision away.